this fool's quest. Leave us.
My dear, what are we going to do with your husband? Of course, I should have killed you when you were just a girl, running through the palace. You were always such a pretty girl. The dear old brother, Jason's father, didn't trust me, sent me away. And Lycomedes had his armies looking in every bush in Greece for black tongues. No, the time wasn't right. But now, my dear, your husband is not going to find the fleece.
But even if he does, there won't be an Alcime left to use it on.
Damn you, Jason!
Welcome back, everyone, to Rise of the Argonauts. And after that little recap of what Pelias has been up to since we've left him on Iolcus, clearly he's not happy, and he's still trying to kill Alcime. But we're not going to let that happen. We're going to get that golden fleece, and we're going to show him what for.
Yes?
We've put Mycenae behind us. King Lycomedes has joined us. The warrior Achilles and the smith Daedalus are with us too.
Lycomedes. There was a time that name filled me with hatred. All the Black Tongues cursed him for his ruthlessness. Now, I think I'd like to thank him.
I can bring him here.
No, not yet. That might prove an unstable meeting.
What, do they not sleep down here? Like, are they unaware that you're here? I mean, there's a bunch of rooms. Oh. In fact, he's almost right next door? He is right next door. Elegant room.
This is a proud ship you have here, Jason. Sturdy, strong.
I have Master Argos to thank for it.
If I had a ship like this, those 10 years hunting the Black Tongues would have been a lot more enjoyable.
Tell me of the time you went against the Black Tongues.
Their assassins had come for Alcime when she was a babe. Ares warned me to the threat, and we thwarted the attempt. I was furious, and decided, rather than cower waiting for another strike, I would take the fight to them. I had my spies make a list of every known Black Tongue in Greece. Then I began crossing names off that list. I left trails of Hecatic blood across most of Greece, Persia, and parts of Egypt. We didn't stop until no more names were left. But it seems our list was incomplete. I should have known. Those adders were skilled at hiding in dark holes.
What do you think of Achilles?
A great warrior, though sometimes he fights for the wrong reasons. I will not fault a man who fights for pride. That is strong. That is what Ares would do. But to fight for vanity is something else. He'll figure it out one day, and he'll be stronger for it. I have a feeling this voyage will do him good.
I think so too.
Let me know if you require anything. I take my leave.
Still, my room is much better than his. Okay, so there's some of my armor. Fist of Ares, what do you do? Alright. I like that. In comparison to Wavebreaker. More damage or more damage to shields? Shields are really annoying. I think I'll stick with the Fist of Ares. That, and it's just really cool looking. Damascus steel. Let's look at the lances. I kind of like that. Yeah, we'll keep that. That seems good. Ah, I figured this would be where he set up his smithy.
Jason, I've been thinking about that armor I made for your arena trial. Patroclus made me rush to throw something together. It served its purpose then, but I didn't get to finish it the way I would have liked to. Now that I have some time, I'd like to scratch that itch.
Please and thank you.
What do you have in mind?
There are two things I could do. First, I could add some additional plating and improve the flexibility of the joints. This would increase the armor's defensive properties and should allow you to swing your weapons more powerfully.
I like that.
The other thing I could do would be to improve upon its existing unique ability. When you strike down your enemies in battle, you will feel a rush of exhilaration and stamina. I could double this effect, I think. So, how would you like me to finish your armor?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with power and resistance.
Increase its power and resistance.
As you wish. This will just take a moment.
That might...
There. Now that is something I can be proud of.
Your skill never ceases to impress, Daedalus. How can I thank you?
You've done more than enough for me, Jason. Consider this a sign of my gratitude for taking me aboard the Argo. May it serve you well.
This might be better than the other armor I was wearing. I think I kept that for defensive purposes as well. Champion's Might. Small portion of my health when I kill an enemy. Oh. So I already get that. I would have just made it better. Yeah, I'm totally gonna go with Champion's Might. Getting decked out. Anything else to say?
Argos is a genius. He's been showing me some of his craft. The self-working oars, the very latest in Egyptian instrumentation. With his help, we've already installed a small forge.
I knew you two would get along.
We've been discussing some collaborative projects. I believe there's a way to increase the mechanical advantage of his pulley system.
I'm glad to hear it.
Even though I clearly don't understand it. And that really doesn't seem safe for a ship, but hey, you know, whatever floats your boat. That was a really bad pun, but I'm really proud of it. Before we talk to him, let's go talk to people outside. Because clearly there's still Achilles and Hercules and Pan to talk to.
Roasted lamb on the spit with fresh bread.
Bowl of bean soup with olives and vinegar.
A stew of pork with figs and cheese.
No, eels. Grilled eels with oil and herbs.
Oh yes, eels it is. But what will we have to drink? I say, Lesbos wine with honey.
You torture me, Achilles. What I'd give for a bowl of fresh goat's milk.
Jason, we've decided on our dinner. Inform Argos we shall have fresh eels with Lesbos wine to drink.
I will tell him straight away. Though I would not be surprised if your eels resembled barley gruel and your wine seemed a bit watered down.
Can water be watered down?
I'd settle for water wined down at this point.
Oh, you guys. Oh, there's Pan. How did I miss him?
They will be singing your name on Mycenae for generations. An innocent man who overcame an unjust charge. A hero of the arena. The savior of the king.
Why am I asking a bunch about Apollo? Oh, let's go with it.
Pan, you speak for the Oracle. What can you tell me of Apollo?
I can tell you that your deeds have pleased him. Indeed, I dare say the sun shines brighter for you than for others, Jason.
And what powers does Apollo grant his champions?
The power of light as a weapon or a shield. Gifts of clarity and insight, or healing to recover from wounds.
Oh.
Tell me of Apollo's healing power.
The power to heal is both mortal and divine. It is a creative force. In mortals, the art of healing depends upon the compendium of collected human knowledge. Apollo, whose understanding is perfect, heals perfectly, instantly. Apollo's healing power is a great boon indeed. Call upon him, and his light will heal you, Jason.
Speak to me of Apollo's light.
What force is stronger than the sun? The god of light. Ask to see his light. The god of sun, ask that he shine upon you. His champions need only ask, and he will give to them his divine light, such as you have never seen. And those who stand against them will be burned and blinded by its brilliance.
Tell me of Apollo's armor.
Armed with a noble purpose, the champion of Apollo stands as a golden paragon upon the field of battle. No strike can bend him from that purpose. No force of arms can divert his focused will. The blade cuts shallow against him. The blow strikes softer. Apollo may help you shine in this way. Call upon him and be bathed in his radiance.
Tell me of Apollo's shield.
The sun itself is Apollo's shield, and it can be yours as well. Now, the sun nourishes, the sun restores, it feeds the crops and the trees, it warms the body and soothes the mind. But the sun also destroys. It withers the fields and bakes the earth. Apollo commands the sun, does he not? And so his champions also nourish and also destroy. When destruction is your purpose, call upon him, and let the fury of the sun infuse your shield. Any foolish enough to strike you will feel its power.
Pan, you spend more time with the Oracle than anyone. What can you tell me of her?
Let's see. I'll tell you the tale of how she became the Oracle. I asked her that once, and this is what she said. It was because I asked an answer.
How's that?
After the Oracle Pelagia ran off with her would-be assassin, the current Oracle was drawn to Delphi. But she did not have a question. No, she had an answer. And she did not seek an answer. She sought a question. Would she become the next Oracle?
So her answer was yes.
No. Her answer was the reflection of moonlight on sea foam.
I don't follow.
Neither do I. I suppose that's why neither of us is the Oracle.
That's one way to put it.
That's all for now, Pan. Thank you.
No, that's pretty cool that they had all that in there. You know, that's a little bit more than some games even go, just for backstory and additives. But that was pretty cool.
We've put Mycenae behind us, but the time's come to set our course. Where to, Jason?
I say Saria.
We sail for Saria.
As you say.
Listen closely, Skiav, for if I'm forced to repeat this, it will be to your replacement. I want him dead. I want his shield, and that ship returned to Iolcus. We have agents close enough to reach Saria before them. See that they are there to welcome him.
Well, they're gonna die. I really hate how quiet those cutscenes are. Not even I can turn it up. I've tried, so I apologize for that.
Yes, Jason.
We've arrived at Saria. We will go ashore to seek a descendant of Hermes.
Saria was once home to a particularly vicious breed of manticores. Some of the Black Tongues would often scheme of coming here to trap and breed them.
Did they?
Not that I know of. Saria is so remote, I don't think anything ever came of it. I'll be here if you need me. As always.
Thanks. Such a good friend. What about you, Lycomedes?
Centaurs, eh? Good warriors. Great scouts. Their homeland of Arcadia is a place of constant war. I've never heard of centaurs living away from there, though.
Tell me of your own deeds. How Ares favored you in battle.
I remember the first time Ares came to me in battle. It was against the Corinthians. Damn olive eaters. Most of our ships hadn't even hit the beach, but I was young and stupid and starving for glory. As soon as we landed, I took a company of men and rode for the enemy camp. Before we knew it, we were surrounded by them. We fought like rabid dogs, but there were so many. My standard bearer took an arrow to the neck. Young kid, 15. The sight filled me with such fury. A red mist descended upon the field, and I felt a tremendous surge of power. Alone, I charged into the thickest throng. The only sound I heard was the crack of Corinthian bones beneath my mace. Turns out, without even realizing it, I fought my way to their general and sculled him. Before my armies ever showed up, the Corinthians fled the field. That was the power of Ares.
Jeez.
What powers does Ares grant his warriors?
Ares will delight in feeding your rage, empowering your every blow with divine force. The fury of fire and the force of earth will be at your command.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So it looks like all the gods basically have similar things?
Tell me of Ares' rage.
The champions most favored by Ares all know his rage. Deep within, wakened by the clash of bronze, until it can be contained no more. Then does it bellow forth in the warrior's battle scream. There is no more heartfelt prayer to Ares you can utter. Let the rage of Ares be the chorus of your battle song.
Let me know if you require anything. I take my leave.
Very cool that they have that sort of thing, but we can look more into it later.
Finally, chance to get some work done. You've no idea how difficult it is to level something when you're being tossed about by waves.
Was your idea to come on the boat? Ship, darn it!
So far, so good. The locals seem, well, they don't seem hostile.
That's good. It's always an improvement. Unlike being welcomed to Mycenae by death stares and being spat on. Pan, you changed.
There's two kinds of centaurs. The big kind, they're the warriors and chiefs. Then there's the wee ones, relatively speaking. They're the scouts and runners.
Okay, so small ones, chase them down. Big ones, hold your ground.
Let's play again. You were cheating.
Cheating? How so?
Your breath carried on the wind and distracted me.
Really? Perhaps Jason would care to join our game.
What are you playing?
A small game of wits, of memory.
How does it work?
We each take turns naming a god of Olympus. You must answer quick, or forfeit your turn. The first to repeat a god already named, or the first to take too long to answer, loses.
Be warned, Jason. I have an excellent memory.
Sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Let's play.
Excellent. As the newcomer to our game, we'll start with you.
Ares.
Artemis.
Apollo. Zeus.
Athena.
Hera.
Dionysus.
Hephaestus.
Aphrodite.
No, I clicked it.
Ha!
Ah.
Memory is a mysterious visitor who sometimes lingers and sometimes only passes by.
No, I want to play again.
Horse folk. Vicious things in my experience. They eat babies, you know.
I've never heard such tales.
Oh yes. They love the taste of human flesh. It's quite well known on Mycenae.
These on the docks appear no threat. At least not yet.
Likely a ruse. I say we spear them where they stand.
They've done us no harm. If there's to be a fight, they'll make the first move.
No, I want to play again.
There are satyrs here on Saria, cruel and vicious.
Why aren't there more satyrs like you, Pan?
Oh, I'm not so different from the others. We share the same fundamental nature, at the heart of which is the uncontrollable pursuit of our own desires. Their desires are just more limited than my own.
Your desires, as you put it, consider more than just yourself.
I'm not sure altruism exists. Can we have a completely unselfish desire to help others? Let us pretend we're two rival shepherds, and we're beset by a ravenous wolf. If you betray me by opening my herd gate, the wolf will eat my entire flock, but spare all your animals.
If you don't betray me, but I betray you, the wolf will eat your animals and spare mine. If we both betray each other, the wolf will glut on both our flocks, and we will each lose half our beasts. If neither of us betrays the other, the wolf must feed while our flocks graze, and we'll each lose only a tenth. So what would you do? Betray me or not?
Well, firstly, I would not betray you. Just because, you know, that's not who I am. Why would I do that?
I would trust that you don't betray me, so I wouldn't betray you either.
But is your trust misplaced? You see, I'm best served by betraying you, whatever choice you make. If you chose to betray me, then I'd have lost all my flock, unless I betrayed you in kind. If you chose not to betray me, as you did, then I can keep all my flock by betraying you. How can altruism succeed when it is always the worst of choices?
Well, you then have to factor in the fact that it's not always about keeping your entire flock, but, you know, having me as a neighbor and then also my trust, I can help you out in the future. I mean, altruism, sure, but everything's got a little bit of selfishness. Ooh. Select one Argonaut. Hercules, you've been with me the whole time so far. But I'm going to take Pan because there's supposed to be satyrs and other stuff on this, and he's, you know, pretty knowledgeable.
At your service.
Yeah, let's take Pan. A little sad that I can't take you both like I did last time, but... Wow, you are big.
Nahene Traveler, what is your business on Saria?
I am Jason, captain of the Argo. We seek a descendant of Hermes.
Here? I know nothing of what you seek.
Tell me, are you the leader of your tribe?
No. Lycus is the Aleph of the Nasiros. You should speak with him. A friendly satyr will be a welcome sight. He's in the village ahead. Take the trail east past the beach.
Then we'll go and see him now.
Take caution, traveler. Saria is dangerous these days, especially for those who do not know it.
Much thanks, dear friend.
I am Bricus. In Hermes' name, I welcome you to Saria. But if you want my advice, do as we do. Leave now and forget you ever saw this cursed place.
Why do you say this place is cursed?
A year ago, the Nasiros held the entire island. Now all we can claim is this pitiful beach and a small village on the rise. We have the beast Hypnage to thank for that. She rules the jungle now.
I've heard many tales of fearsome beasts, but none of this Hypnage.
Consider yourself lucky, Satyr. It descended on us but a year ago. Came from nowhere. Imagine a creature twice my size, with poison talons the length of my arm, and yet it leaves no tracks, disturbs no snare. Hypnage is faster than the eye can see. Dare you blink, and she is upon you. The perfect predator. Kichita. Part of me can see why the satyrs worship the damn thing.
How many of your tribe are left?
There is not but 1 in 10 who remain from the original colony. We sent away our females and younglings first. Most of our males have since followed. Only a handful of stubborn fools still argue we should stay and fight. None more stubborn than Lycus himself.
Sometimes a leader must be stubborn.
Until one day he finds he has got no tribe left to lead. No more time to talk, traveler. There is much to prepare before the barge returns. Consider yourself warned. My duty by Hermes is done. Fair winds.
As to you. Oh, what, I can't get... Okay, fine. I see how it is. Oh, but now I can get behind these two? Really? Okay. Nope, just gonna stand there. No. It's kind of cool, though, that they have them standing out there like that.
I can't read this. I think it's in Centaur.
Perhaps I can get a sense of it.
Thanks, Pan.
Let's see. My centaur is a bit out of practice, but I believe this Herm refers to the arrival of the Nasiros tribe to Saria. It appears they sailed for months to get here. It says the messenger guided them here.
Now I know why I brought you along. Makes me wonder if anyone else would have been able to make sense of it. That is quite the gate. Whoa. Alright then. If I were any taller.